Is it clear, guys? Clear? Next is derivatives, guys. Derivatives are contracts which derive their value from the value of one or more of other assets known as underlying assets. For example, future options. Derivatives you can play on National Stock Exchange, future and option. Derivatives includes a security derived from a debt instrument, share, loan, whether secured or unsecured, risk instrument, or contract for differences or any other form of security. Contract for differences, please underline. Derivative. Say suppose today you are investing in the gold. Today you are investing in the gold. Say suppose today's price is 1 lakh. ठीक है? Today's price is 1 lakh rupees. Now the contract for today you are making a contract and after 1 year or after 6 months. So what will be the difference in the prices? That will be your profit. That will be your profit. That's why it is contract for differences. So the debt instrument, it can be debt instrument, share, loan, whether secured or unsecured, risk instrument, or contract for differences or any other form of security. A contract which derives its value from the prices or index of prices of underlying securities. So in these DRs also, what is their underlying, guys? Equity share of that company. Say suppose when you had purchased, you had invested in that DR, the share price will be, say suppose $100, and when it will be when you will get that, when it will be converted into equity share, it can be $500. So the difference in that contract, differences in the contract will be your profit. ठीक है? अभी आपका commodity में invest करते हैं, steel में invest करते हैं. When you are aware about the gold prices is going to hike, you will invest in metals and gold and all. Okay, so that you can take the bonds. Gold के bond मिलते हैं मालूम? Gold bonds. So you can invest in that, and if you are estimating and there is a news in market the gold prices is going to high again, so you can invest in that. So after a period of time, the difference, the profit you can make. Today it is 1 lakh rupees. After some time it can be 1.5 or 2 lakh rupees. So that is your gain on that bond. Okay? So this is called the derivatives. Warrant means an option issued by the company whereby the buyer is granted the right to purchase number of shares. Warrant is an option, please underline, option issued by a company, and buyer is granted the right to purchase number of equity shares, usually one of its equity share capital or given exercise price during a given period. Means you will get a warrant, and after a specified period of time, like in that example, after 2 years they were giving the equity share in how much rupees? 800 rupees. So that after a given period there will be one exercise price. Okay, so you can convert your warrant into equity, but it is an option. If you wanted to convert, you can convert, otherwise you can redeem it. Okay, so the holder of warrant has the right but not the obligation, guys. Star mark this, right. So you are having the right, guys. It is not obligation that you had purchased the warrant. It means you have to compulsorily converted it into equity. Sometime you can lapse the warrants also. Okay, so it is a right, not the obligation to convert into equity share. Thus, in the true sense, a warrant signifies optional conversion. The conversion is optional. At your own choice, you can convert. In case that investor benefits by conversion of the warrant, if investor benefits by conversion of the warrant, how you will get the benefit? Uday, how you will get the benefit? You are having exercise price. If in market the price is more than that exercise price, then conversion will be the benefit for you. The example we had seen, if you are getting the exercise price 800 rupees and in market it is 900 or 1000, so what is the beneficial for you? To convert into equity, because it is a discounted price. Okay, then he will convert the warrants, else he may simply let the warrant lapse. Okay, he will not exercise the price and it will lapse. For example, if the conversion price of the warrant is 70 and the current market price is 110, so conversion price is 70 rupees and market price is 110, market price is higher, whether you will go for conversion or not, you will go for conversion. Then the investor will convert the warrant and enjoy the capital gain of how much rupees? 40 rupees. Ramya, Concentrate. In case the conversion price is 70 and the current market price is how much? 40. You will get it from the market in the cheaper rate. So then the investor will simply let the warrant lapse without the conversion. Okay. Yes, real estate investment trust guys. Boring है but beneficial. Now at this point, if you wanted to purchase a real estate guys, do you have money? नहीं है? क्यों नहीं है? तुम्हारे तुम कहाँ से हो? आप कहाँ से हो? हाँ सिरसी ना? तो पापा का इमूवेबल प्रॉपर्टी तो बहुत होगा ना लैंड, उसको बेच दे, तुम्हारा क्या है? बेच के दूसरे जगह खरीद लो. नहीं मारा सीएस एग्जीक्यूटिव क्लियर कर, उसके बाद कुछ नहीं बोलेंगे. सच बता रही हूँ. ओके सो a real, say suppose you wanted to invest, you wanted to purchase a real estate right now, you are not having money, right? So but somebody is issuing some instrument, in that you will invest, and that person or that company is buying a big real estate. ठीक है? Say suppose one company is there and they are investing in a big real estate which is going to give you too much profit in the future. So in that you can invest and you can get money or not. So this is that system, this is that trust, Real Estate Investment Trust, REIT. Okay, so REIT is a company that owns, operates or finances income producing real estate. Okay, so these REITs are the company, they are owning the this real estate, they are operating in real estate and or finances income producing real estate. Finances income producing real estate means there are real estate from where they can make good money, and for that, for investment, they are financing you. Okay, so REIT provide all investors the chance of own valuable real estate. So these REIT, these trusts are providing the investor to chance to own valuable real estate, present an opportunity to access dividend-based income and total returns and help communities grow, thrive and revitalize. The stockholder of REIT earn a share of income. The stockholder, if you are a stockholder, if you had taken the shares of these company, so you will be the stockholder of REIT and you will earn a share of the income produced through real estate investment without buying any finance property. Okay, you have not to take loan and all. You will invest in these shares. This company will invest your money in the real estate and from there they will pay you the higher returns. First funda did you get? So in REIT, the REIT will issue any kind of instrument, in that you will invest, and REIT as a company, they will invest all investors' money in the real estate which is going to give too much higher return in future. So that higher return will come to you automatically. Yes. So benefits of REIT include less capital intensive. You have not to invest too much capital guys. Direct investment in real estate property is very capital intensive, but each shares of REIT will be comparatively more affordable. Okay, if you are directly, if you are buying, you are not having money, so you can invest in REIT, the one which is affordable. It will not require large capital outflows. Clear? Next, suitable for small investor. Investing through REIT will eliminate dealing with builders, thereby avoiding potential exposure to big builders. So there is no need to deal with the builders for the real estate. Directly you can invest in this company. Okay. Transparency. REITs stocks are listed in stock exchange, hence details will be available to the public domain. So these shares are listed on the stock exchanges. You can see how much it is fluctuating. The share price of real estate is moving further or going down. Are you getting? So if the real estate it is making good profit, you will be aware that I had invested in a very good scheme and my money is safe and I'm going to get the higher return. Okay. So this is transparent and assured dividend. REITs generate income in form of dividend. REITs dividend payment is relatively assured as most of their income is in the form of rental and lease income. So guys, dividend also you will get, that is, the dividend is the return. Okay, Your dividend is the, you can say it profit, dividend or return. So it is assured that you are going to get the dividend. Then tax free. Oh, this is good. Dividend earned by the investor of REIT will be tax free. No tax you have to pay on pay to the income tax department for this. Okay. Then fast capital appreciation. Capital appreciation can be phenomenal in this. रियल एस्टेट में जिसका पैसा बन गया वो बन गया, जो डूब गया वो फिर कहीं का भी नहीं रहता है, ये भी है. Easy to buy. Investment in REITs easier than investment in real estate properties. There is no risk. आपका कोई risk है क्या? There is no risk for as an investor for you. This is a risk of company. But if it is a good company, you are seeing that their shares are going good, they are maintaining a good repo in the market, so you can invest in. There is no risk for you guys. Surely you are going to get the returns on that. Clear है? REITs are similar to mutual funds and shares, and they provide income by way of dividend. REIT pay dividends to its shareholders and capital appreciation. A REIT stocks are listed on Bombay Stock Exchange and National Stock Exchange. Price appreciation of its shares will also make money. If the price is going high, it will give you the appreciation of your. Then infrastructure investment trust. The primary infrastructure investment trust. Okay, so the primary objective of InvITs is to promote the infrastructure sector of India by encouraging more individuals to invest in it. Typically, such a tool is designed to pool money from several investors to be invested in income generating assets. The cash flow thus generated is distributed among investors as a dividend income. So here you will invest in the infrastructure trust, where they will invest in the infrastructure schemes, and from there you will get the dividend income. Okay. When compared to real estate, if you are comparing it to REIT, the structure and operation of both are quite similar. An InvIT is established as a trust and is registered with SEBI. Typically, infrastructure investment trust SEBI comprises 4 elements. Trustee. They are required to be registered with SEBI as debenture trustee. Okay, if you are investing the money, there will be a debenture trustee. Also, they are required to invest at least 80% into infra assets that generate steady revenue. So guys, these trustee or these companies should invest how much in the infrastructure? 80% of their infra assets that generate steady revenue. So it will be assured, you will be assured that this company had invested in infra, means this company is taking that much of risk. It means you are ultimately going to get the higher returns. Sponsor, typically a body corporate, LLP, promoter or a company with a net worth of at least 100 crore classify as a sponsor. Further, they must hold at least 15% of the total InvITs with a minimum lock-in period of 3 years. So they are the trustee, and then the sponsors. Sponsor will also be there, and these sponsor, how much their net worth should be, at least how much? 100 crores, and how much they should invest? 15%. Okay, with a minimum lock-in period of 3 years. So now if these sponsors are also there, so now you can trust that these sponsors are there. It means where we had invested, we can keep and we can wait for the higher returns. Okay, and or as notified by any regulatory requirement. If any rules and regulations are there, they have to follow. Okay, when it comes to a public-private partnership or public-private partnership project, sponsors serve as a special purpose vehicle. So if any public-private partnership PPP projects are there, then these sponsors will be there. It will serve as a special purpose vehicle. So in these infrastructure and REIT, you will get one difference question. FCCB, FCEB, you will get a difference, like differentiate in between FCCB and FCEB, and in this also you can get a question differentiation. Then some more partners, some more people are there. 2 we had discussed. Investment manager, guys, as a body corporate of LLP, an investment manager supervises all the operational activities surrounding InvITs. Okay, so these investment manager will check these activities, what is going on in the InvITs, in these trusts, And then project manager, the authority is mostly responsible for executing project. Who is having the authority to execute the project? Project manager. However, in case of PPP projects, it serves as an entity that also supervise ancillary responsibility. What is ancillary, guys? Secondary. Okay, so what is something is main and related to that other things are the ancillary related. Okay, so this is called the ancillary responsibility.